thought I videotaped this last time and I didn't. I only got a small piece. I tried to find that Mullytex. Mullycoat. Yeah. And I was calling the automobile stores, and Napa didn't have it. And then I called AutoZone. The guy said, let me go check. He never came back to the phone. Yeah. So I finally hung up. Where do you buy that stuff?
I bought it off Amazon.
Oh, okay. You can get it at a local store. All right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take this yellow one out.
Last time you laid them out, the old part and the new one right with it as we went across to keep them in line.
We're going to do this too.
There we go. Do you want to lay that in flat? The other end flat as opposed to just give more balance or yeah, you know what I mean? Snap ring?
Yeah.
I actually had a snap ring tool that worked. I don't think I've ever used it before, but it did the job.
We have a O-ring and a scraper here. Okay, this looks like
the thickest ring.
Well, it's not any of those.
That could be problematic unless that little one's supposed to stretch.
Yeah, unless it's that one
there. Yeah, we're about to find out, because this is the kit. So this is the second ring to come out, not the third.
That's correct.
Or they were side by side. So it's going to go like this?
No.
No?
These two were in this groove.
Oh, together.
Yeah.
Okay, together. Okay. Okay, got it.
Got it?
Yeah, thin one to the inside. Okay. Yeah, again. I hope it stretches.
Me too.
I hope they didn't give me the wrong kit.
And this will be the third.
Man, it's like they're all a size too small. Again, I'm hoping that they all stretch.
Okay.
Tap them down. Put a little block under the...
I've got to put this hammer.
And maybe a little 2x4 to place underneath. Or a weight. Can't tell. Yeah. That's right, they have internal seals too.
Mm-hmm. So, one of these, two, one of those goes there.
See, that one was shot.
I think this one, I think that's what we're looking at there. Is this,
I'm just sitting here dripping with perspiration. Freaking humid. Where's the rain when it's this humid? Yep, that seal was certainly blown to hell.
Okay, that one is this one. Okay.
Okay.
That's the external seal.
So there's 3 left.
Yeah. This one would be this one here. And it goes in just like that, okay?
Okay, up with the, yeah, the groove up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Groove it.
So that scares me. Those rings are the same size, but all 3 of these are different. We're about to find out, I guess.
Okay, and then
There's another ring in there, and there's that.
well, I know where that goes, yeah, but I don't know about that.
Last time, wasn't there was one buried underneath another deal on the outside of that? We dug underneath something, and there was that.
Well, I'm gonna dig this sleeve out here. Look at that top drawer. Give me a pair of needle nose pliers. Next drawer down, sir.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one actually goes in between.
One more to go. We can find it. Remember last time we had one left, we couldn't find it?
Mm-hmm.
And it was buried underneath something we didn't know that it was buried under, and on the outside, on top.
Mm-hmm. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I got to get all these, I got to get back in the tank.
Oh, okay.
So, let me get a board to...
Let me pause this.
There's that one there.
Okay. All right, so we found the last O-ring that was embedded.
The scraper came off.
Okay.
And then underneath the scraper,
tucked inside,
is another O-ring.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Success. Tell you what, man. And the other one of them was white that was easier to see or something. I don't remember. No, that was a black O-ring too at that point.
Okay.
All right. But still, now we got them all. But we know to look for it.
Right.
You know, from past experience. I'll be able to post this to YouTube and help some other people out. That.
Okay, I'm going to set this aside. The snap ring on, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which way that they were in.
Yeah, that's the one that had the circlip, so I'm not going to put anything in there.
And that's Molykote that you're putting on.
Molykote 55.
And that is a O-ring lubricant.
Yes.
That's what it says on the bottle or the tube. I'm really wondering if those other rings are going to fit on here because they all seem so much smaller than the ones that came out. You can talk on this because it does have, and you're doing the work instead of me. There's something you want to tell somebody that's going to be trying to do this and save $300. Isn't it fascinating? We figured out how to get this thing off, and you wonder, they've got all the tools and they've got everything else. How do they charge so much money?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got the grooves lubricated on the outside, and then there's 3 on the inside that have to be lubricated.
I guess a good important point for this video is when you pull out a seal or an O-ring, match it up with the new seal or new O-ring and make sure they all match up before you go any further. Some of them in different cylinders are hidden almost in different places. If it came in the kit, it's someplace.
Yeah, like the yellow seal has got a black O-ring inside of it that you cannot see, and after you take the yellow seal out, it's not visible. Because it's black, it's real hard to see down in that groove, this groove here.
And that's where the yellow one covered over the black one. Yep. And it was the same way in the cylinder that we changed on the John Deere steer skid, or skid steer. Same thing. We had an extra one, couldn't figure out for the longest time till we found it hidden, the same as this. So we found this one a lot quicker based on previous experience.
Okay, looks pretty good there. There's only one set of seals on this one that goes in this groove. That's the yellow scraper and the black O-ring.
And the black O-ring will go in first.
Yeah.
And it gets tucked back underneath.
Yeah, I think it's important to also lubricate this flat surface because the O-ring and the scraper seal have to glide over that. So that will help protect these from damage. Okay, so the first thing that's going to go in that groove is the black O-ring. So we'll lube it up real good.
And pray that it fits.
We'll put one side on there. We'll use a tool to help stretch it around here without damaging it. And see, it just popped right down in here.
Well, that's great.
You can't see it, but it's in there. And then we'll...
Does that need to be pushed in under the side, or no, the other one's going to just fit straight over it?
This just goes straight over it.
Okay.
And this is the one that's kind of difficult. You might try to pre-stretch it a little bit. See if we can get... This is a square section seal or scraper, so you don't want it to roll on you. I'm going to get a different tool.
Wow, that's tight.
Yep. Now I'm just using my fingers to stretch it. And it's getting there. It takes some work. Some
just seems so abnormally small.
Elbow grease.
Compared to the original. Wow. Man, that was a real stretch.
You just want to make sure it doesn't roll. And there it is.
Wow. In case you guys are wondering, look back at the video before we put it on and look at the physical size between this brand new one and the one that was in there to begin with. Great big difference in size. That was a tight, tight fit. Okay.
Okay. Now we'll move on to this part. And the first thing we want to do is put this sleeve in there.
There's no one side particular has to go in first, top or bottom side?
No.
Okay. And the inside's already coated in here.
Right. So we're just going to let it overlap itself. And we're going to try to find the seal here.
Success.
Of course, it hit the floor. We're going to wipe it down, clean it off.
Make sure there's no dirt on it to tear up the inside of the sleeve again.
Okay. Let me get another tool here. Let's see if that's the one I want. Yeah.
Do you want to reapply the Mollytex to that?
Yes, I will. I'm getting an antique tool here. This is a pair of round nose, needle nose pliers. There are no serrations on it, so it's just smooth. This is was used by my grandfather, who was a jeweler. So let's get some more moly coat on that. Spread it around. Try not to lose it this time. And I'm overlapping it so to make it smaller so it'll just fit down in there, and then I'm using these smooth nose pliers to need it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller.
Success.
So it goes down in there now. Get it down into its slot and just work it in there, and the edge may still be overlapped, so you need to
open it up,
working it, push on the edge that's overlapping. Just take something and work it all the way around.
You can feel when it's opened back up completely, right? When it's set in place.
Yeah, there will not be an overlap. The two edges will be down in the groove.
Okay.
And we're not there yet. So,
okay.
So what I did to get the new glide seated in there, it was overlapped like that, and it wasn't seating fully down into the groove. So I just took a flat blade screwdriver and pushed on the, I'm sorry, it'd be like this. I pushed on the edge that was overlapping inside, and I just pushed it until
it opened up. It
rotated the guide in the groove, and then that other edge just dropped down, and now it is it's perfectly smooth in there. You can see.
Show me this way.
You can see the white line where the two edges meet.
Okay.
That's the moly coat that's showing up the white line.
Okay. Good deal.
But it's perfectly smooth now. If it's not, you won't be able to put it back together.
Good point.
Okay. Now. We want to put the inner seal in, and that's with the groove toward the outside.
All right, hang on. Okay. So this is the one for the external.
This is the external. This is one you see from the outside where the rod goes in, and you're going to have to wad this thing up like this into itself to get it down into the groove. Okay, so you can see where it's going in, and then once you get it that far, just take your thumb and press it the rest of the way, and there it is.
Make sure when you take these out that you note which side of that ring has the grooves in it, if they face up or down, because there's two of them.
Yep. So that's the outer seal, and then we have the inner seal. Here again, we're going to lube it up so that it slides in there easy. Same thing. You have to start one side into the groove work it around and pop it in. Okay.
A lot easier on that one.
Yeah. And it's in. Okay, so that completes the inside. And now we've got an O-ring here we'll put on. Goes on this back groove. And that is in there. Okay. Then we have another O-ring. A little bit up. This one should be pretty easy. It just goes on from this side. Okay, and it goes to the back of this groove, and then the scraper goes in front of the O-ring there. So this is another one of those deals where you don't want it to roll, but you have to stretch it. Okay, so we've got it up. We've got it up on there. I want to carefully slide it, and as we approach the groove, it's rolling in there correctly. You can see it rolling in there, and it's in there. Okay.
And that was the last one.
That's the last one.
So we are complete with both parts of this. Now we're going to put it back on the rod.
Yeah, we're done resealing.
Okay, now
I'm going to go ahead and install the circlip. Back in its groove. It just floats in that big groove there. Okay, and then our moly coat we got left, we'll just smear on the shaft here. We've already got our seals all lubricated up.
make sure you put the front of the seals back on. Note that the front side is the green part that faces to the outside of the seal as it goes down to the end of the rod. So don't put it in backwards. If that TV didn't work.
We're going to use a little persuasion. Doesn't want to go.
I don't know why that wouldn't go on there.
Tell you what, turn that off for a minute.
Okay. We did make an error in that the seal that goes in first, the one closest to the green end, we put that in backwards and had to turn around and take it out and replant it. So at least we're able to tell you before you put the whole thing together. It is going on. Yeah, we have the one seal backwards. And we're using a rubber mallet so it doesn't scar the what am I calling those? What is this piece?
The piston.
The piston. Okay, we're using a rubber mallet so it don't scar the piston.